It is Tuesday, and of course, it's time for Better You TV. Today we're talking about accountability, a tool we're going to use. I'm going to share with you a tool that I have been using just a couple of weeks, based on David Goggins' "Can't Hurt Me" book. So y'all coming in. This is Tuesday at noon Eastern time, and of course, I'm Angela Odom. I'm um, the lead strategist and CEO of the Better You Project. And this is all about helping women learn how to lead themselves, others, organizations, and of course, projects. So how to lead, that's what we're talking about, how to lead. And, in the vein of leading ourselves, we're going to talk through what it looks like to establish some type of accountability methods or techniques or tools. And so I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, Carrie, I'm pretty excited about this tool that I'm using right now. So that's what we'll talk about. Hey, Mo, that's what we'll talk about. And so I, first of all, just want to give you all a big old double high five. Boom! Double high five because we're still in the midst of this coronavirus, this COVID-19, and you are not only surviving, you are thriving, right? And so leading yourself through this, leading your team, so way to go. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo. So I've been reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And this is one of the 10 or 10, 11 books. I got a bonus in my on my reading list. So if you go to Angela O reading list Instagram, then the books are there, and I'm actually taking you through, as I read them. If you wanted to get into that, right? Of course, you get your own book, or you just follow along with me and do the challenges also. So the other day, I had an epiphany. The epiphany was that I am not committed to actually losing weight. Like, I'm not committed. It hit me, right? So this is what I did in my reading. Let's step back and just tell you first about Can't Hurt Me. So David Goggins is, this book is about mastering your mind and defying odds, right? This is what this book is about. And it's really one of those, having this powerful mindset type of book. That's what it is. It allows you through his actions, through his words, to see how much we don't push ourselves. How we might quit at the very first indication of being uncomfortable. And so that's what I am learning, right? And so at the end of each chapter of this book, he has a challenge. The first challenge on chapter 1 was simply to write down, your limiting thoughts. What's stopping you from getting what you want from, whether it is, for me, I want to bake a pound cake. So what's stopping me, right? So anyway, so he talks about his horrific childhood where he was physically and mentally abused, and really, um, the beatings that he took, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, right? By his father, and his mom was getting her butt whooped religiously, right? And so it was a horrible situation, and the whole book is about him being down, and of course going up and down through various challenges, and then how he came out on the other side. And so we've seen those types of books. We know those types of stories. We know people who've gone through horrific, um, challenges, and have risen to the occasion, right? So that was the challenge for chapter 1, and then chapter 2, he has the challenge of accountability mirror. So that's what I want to talk to you about, accountability mirror, right? So first of all, in the comments, go ahead and make sure that you, write in the comments. This is going to be a short segment today. But accountability mirror, what comes to mind? What type of mirror would you use for that? You could use any one you want, really. And so this one is in the bathroom mirror. You could do like a long mirror, whatever works for you, right? And really you'd put sticky, here, get my stickies out. You put stickies, right? You write on the stickies, whatever it is. So this is what he says to do. Is in your mirror, you would write on the sticky note, right? Whatever it is you are seeking to achieve, what you want to see manifest. So this is, it could be anything you want. This is yours, right? The whole point is that you would see it every day. That's the whole point. Go into some place, a location where you're able to see your goals every day. And so I just picked 3. One was pay off my car, right? And the other one was to walk 100 miles in 30 days, in a 30-day time period. And then the other one is to design my leadership box, right? Which is a leadership toolkit in a box, physical box being mailed. So 3 things, right? And so the first day I put it up, the first day I put my stickies on the mirror, right? So I walk in there and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And I went out and I walked probably a mile, right? Like 100 miles. And I started with 1. And then that very next day, I think I went live somewhere. I was talking, and late on that day, my mirror is used like a cork board. Your mirror is used like a cork board. Okay, so you're putting things up already. You're already doing it. Okay, Carrie, good job. So a friend of mine, she posted herself, like one of them selfies, and she was out walking. She did 5 miles, and then she tagged me, Angie Odom. I just did 5 miles. Get some, right? So I got myself up, put my clothes on, sweatpants, all that stuff, and went walking. Did my 5 miles. Bam. Then I posted myself. Bam. Got some, right? Just that motivation. But while I was out there on that doing my 5 miles, the very 1 mile in, it started to rain. This is why I say I'm not committed. It started to rain, and I looked around. I was like, oh, it's raining. So boom. So I turned around, and as I turned around, I ran into a lady with an umbrella. She was prepared. She was committed. And then, as I'm walking back to my car, I ran into another lady who had on some kind of hat with like a thing on it. She was prepared. And then I kept walking almost to my car, and the guy had a big, huge towel around his neck. So I had already decided to quit, and they had made arrangements to keep moving forward. And so instead of getting in my car, I went inside the building, paid me $3 so I can walk inside the building on that track, right? Then it stopped raining, and I went back outside and I finished. And that's when I knew, I said, okay, I get it. In order to finish any of these things, I can put stickers up all day, but if I'm not committed, if I'm not prepared, if I'm not taking steps to get this thing done, then I'll be in the same spot. I can read all the books I want, right? I can read all the books I want, and I can do, I got stickies and all kind of mirrors, everything. But I still have to do the work. And so, in regards to my car, paying off my car, I took a look. I was like, okay, how much do I owe? Interest rate, what am I paying right now? And how much can I pay over? And how soon can I get this thing paid off, right? What do I need to do? So again, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't quitting, right, when I established that one goal. And so now I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can find $5 that I can pay more than I'm paying now, whatever. And so that's what I did. And so that was it's only been a few weeks, but at least now I know as far as my car, I know how much I owe on it. I know how much I pay a month. I know the interest rate, and I know that I am looking for 5, 6, 10, 20, whatever it is, dollars over to pay it off, right? So I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm committed in these two areas now, right? And now for you, I'd like to know what is it you really want to do and what's stopping you. I'll wait. What are you going to put on your sticky pad? That's what I'm asking you. What are you going to put in your mirror if you're not already doing that? And some I've seen these hashtag accountability mirror, and that some people have their whole mirrors covered up with stickies. And in the book, David Goggins recommends that it's not a virtual kind of thing. It's not something you put in your phone. It's not that. It is the act of writing it out, and then um, the the fact that you can see it every day, whatever it is. So for me, I'm starting with 3, and then when you finish those, whatever those tasks or those goals are, then you put some more up. And some people I see they have like 20 of them on there. I'm like, look at here. I can only focus on a few things at one time, and I don't want my energy divided because I already know. It just takes like a little nudge, and then I'm off track, right? Oh, way too deep of a subject for a quick answer. I agree with that. I agree with that. I get it. I get it. So for me, I just encourage you to whatever tool you choose for accountability, to nudge yourself, to push yourself, to remind yourself of what's important to you, what you want to use your time and energy on. This is a good day to start, right? This is a good day to start. So there's no one else's issue, no one's stopping me. I'm physically able to, I'm cognitively, I can do this thing, right? And so I have stopped looking for excuses. So I am walking, so I know that I need 25-mile days, right? That's 100. 25-mile days. Or if if I don't do the 5 miles in a day, then guess what? That means I got to get up and walk extra days. And so that's as simple as I can get it. That's for me. And then as far as that car is concerned, like I'm looking for $5 and $10 everywhere I go so I can pay this thing off. And designing the box, doing the same thing. So that's it. I just wanted to bring that to you. Get out of your own way, right? You don't have to read this book. You could go to Angela O reading list on Instagram, and I'm going to help you with the challenges and tell you what they are. You don't have to read this book. You don't have to listen to this cute lady. But I do encourage you to do something, to get something done, and stop rattling around in your head for why you can't do it or who is stopping you from doing it. Let's get after it, right? There you go. So reading list, I did mention that to you. Angela O reading list. I think it's good. That's what leaders do. Leaders read, right? And then the virtual power hour. You want to get some things done. It's good to have some accountability partners, some support along the way. So you would go. Let me see if I can put it right here. You would go to angelaodom.com /power hour. So of course we've already started for July. So the next rendition, next version, next round starts August 2nd. We start on a Sunday, end on a Friday. 1 powerful hour at 6 a.m. for 6 consecutive days. And you will get some things done. Well, with that said, I know that there's a lot going on. But guess what? It's not all yours. Everything that's going on in the world is not all yours. It's not for you to fix everything. It is not. Do what you're supposed to do in your lane. And oh, by the way, wear your mask, right? Mask up. Wash your hands, and then maintain social distancing when you're out in the public. I was at the Publix grocery store the other day, and I know our behavior is changing because I turned all the way around. I was in line, and they had the little markers on the floor, and spread out. And this man, nice man, he wasn't doing anything to me, but he was like too close to me. So it was like, first I just looked back, and because I'm masked up, he's not. And so I'm being considerate of him, and he's not being considerate of me. That's the way I see it. And so, but I've already pushed my basket through and waiting for the lady, to do her thing. And he was like right here on me in my personal space. So I just turned my body all the way around, and I just stood there and looked at him. and I said, I just said, "Well, you're too close to me." And he wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't doing anything nefarious, right? He just said, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." And I was, pretty much like, "Get off me, guy." So I know things are changing, right? And so, like me on that day, take a deep breath before you confront someone and do it in a spirit of kindness, right? Not foolishness, not starting something, not agitating people unless they agitating you, right? I don't know. I don't know what I might do in that case, but if man wasn't messing with me, he was just um, wasn't paying attention, right? So be kind, be kind. All right, let's lead ourselves through this thing. You all have a fabulous day, and may the good Lord continue to bless each one of you and yours. Take care.